So designing with standard is considered in the drawing section. Okay. So this is what sketch is. So this is almost similar to our CATIA sketch, but as the interface changes, so this also changes a little bit. So that we'll learn when we are doing the actual work in the software. Okay, so the first one is underdefined, so additional dimensions or relations are required. Uh, under defined sketch entitles as blue. Okay, so if you have not defined basically the size, what is the size of the particular 2D sketch what you draw, so that is undefined. So that will be always available in the blue color. In case if you give the all the required sides, that will be in the black color. So in this case, as it's a triangle, sorry, as it's a rectangle, so two sides are always equal. So in that case, only if the user has mentioned two sides dimensions, then it is perfect. It is black color. If it is over defined, then it will be red. So red is something like warning that you have overdone it. So you can delete any one particular dimension. Okay, so this is similar to all the 2D sketches. Okay, this we'll look into tomorrow. Okay, so this things we'll look into tomorrow. We'll start with basic introduction. After you install the software, we'll start with the introduction about the toolbar of SolidWorks and different mediums, like how was part design, how was assembly design, how was sheet metal design, like that. And then we'll also study about the 2D space, 2D drawing space. And then we'll start with the actual software. Okay, so we'll start with the line commands, we'll start with part commands, we'll start with assembly commands, like that. Okay, so compared to, like, it is almost similar. If you see the UI, you will get to know it's almost similar to CATIA because it is under the same build. But compared to CATIA, so if you practice, so this is a bit easier because this is more focused on the 3D part. Okay, so this is bit easy compared to CATIA, doing part or the arrangement of the different options. CATIA is a little complex comparatively. Okay, so now we'll look into a small video which tells what's the difference between these two softwares, CATIA or SolidWorks.
Two of the best computer-aided design software in engineering and manufacturing are SolidWorks and CATIA. They have been around for a long period of time now, and they have each different tools and features that can help you work on your projects. CATIA is a computer-aided design and manufacturing software developed by Dassault Systems. It is the result of decades of computer-aided design and development in creating complex shapes. It allows direct construction of three-dimensional objects, viewing and manipulating them. CATIA right now is huge in the market as one of the world's leading solutions for production design and development. It is being used by leading organizations, businesses, and companies in multiple industries. Some of the industries using CATIA include packaged goods, mechanical engineering, sheet metal design and engineering, fasten design engineering, and equipment design engineering, just to name a few. SolidWorks is also a computer-aided design software that enables you to create and edit simple and complicated 3D models for engineering and manufacturing. And it also works as a virtual prototyping software that allows you to create and change prototypes according to your needs rather than having to make one in the real life. SolidWorks has the ability to execute the most commonly needed tasks of design and engineering, because it allows you to build 3D parts from a series of simple 2D sketches and using parametric features and tools that can aid you through the whole process. You can put parts together and create assemblies. Also, you can create 2D drawings from 3D parts and assemblies. When to use CATIA and when to use SolidWorks. CATIA and SolidWorks are both developed by Dassault Systems, which means they are not necessarily made to compete with each other. They are simply aimed at different segments and different users in various industries. SolidWorks versus CATIA in action. CATIA is aimed at the high-end CAD market, where the designer is not just making a part of the car, but also the car itself and even the factory where you build the car as well. SolidWorks, on the other hand, is a mid-level CAD package that controls the market over other software because it is easy to learn and it is designer-friendly, in addition to the fact that it is cheaper than the other ones with the ability to perform at the same level, which means that part-time developers, small and medium companies that are not specialized or involved in big or specific industries such as aviation or automotive will find it to be a good choice. Modeling. CATIA, for instance, is very well known for its surface modeling as it helps the user control complex surfaces easily, especially in professional versions because a lot of tools are not available in the student version. And a good portion of the aerospace and automotive companies in the world rely on it to build their prototypes and manufacturing. On the other hand, SolidWorks probably has the most user-friendly graphical user interface with a lot of parametric modeling tools that can be very effective in designing simple and complex industrial parts for small and medium-scale companies and individuals as well. Assembly and animation. So many designers find SolidWorks to be good when it comes to designing assemblies and creating animations or those assemblies in addition to doing simulations. But it is important to understand the basic mechanisms and features of the software because it helps to speed up the process. On the other hand, CATIA is used for massive and large-scale assemblies, and SolidWorks is ideal for small and medium-scale assemblies and analysis, but it is also used in large-scale projects nonetheless. CATIA has different types of workbenches that can be used for almost any imaginable type of design and analysis. This is how CATIA can comprise an entire product lifecycle management ecosystem and can be easily controlled. The interface. SolidWorks has similar user-friendly and intuitive CAD interface, which makes the design process simple for almost anyone with the will of learning its concepts and tools. CATIA, on the other hand, has also a good user interface with easy-to-understand tools and features that allow you to experiment with different possibilities when it comes to modeling, animation, customization, and graphics. It is simple to command and control, and it has a lot of modules. The learning curve. There are some functionality differences between CATIA and SolidWorks that you should know about, such as surface modeling and the ease of use with which you can create complex structures and assemblies because overall SolidWorks can be considered easier. Animation and rendering engines are quite different, as well as structural analysis. You will find different libraries offered with each software. Also, the workflow management and automation is different. For a beginner in computer-aided design software, however, both software should offer about the same functionality, with some differences in the learning curve. It is when you become a professional in this field using CAD software that you start getting into more complex or specialized computer-aided design work, where you will notice the real differences between these two software. Prices and licenses. SolidWorks is one of the most popular computer-aided design software, and the reason behind its popularity is the low cost of its license, since most of the other software such as CATIA are very expensive. And it is one of the most important points that one focuses on when choosing between them, of course. And also it is dependent on one's interest and capabilities. Prices differ depending on the license purchased because each one has its own functionalities. The student license of both CATIA and SolidWorks has the least tools and functionalities possible as it is the cheapest and can be occasionally free. But most of SolidWorks' licenses are cheaper than CATIA's. Based on the license, the software has built-in CAD options for printed circuit boards, electronic and electrical design, which makes it easy for large teams of designers to make their ideas come to life in all fields that are needed to create a complete product. Final thoughts. You can actually choose between SolidWorks and CATIA depending on the points we talked about, because every one of them has its own tools and features that can be suitable for some people but not others. When getting to the world of design and engineering, you will need at least to know about the fundamentals of using this kind of software, so it is better to know what exactly your needs are, and based on that you will be able to choose the one that is gonna be fulfilling your needs. I hope you found this video useful and informative. If you have something to add, you can leave it in the comment section below, Also, you can check some of our previous videos. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.
Okay, so as you saw, these are the differences of SolidWorks and CATIA. And the SolidWorks is available for student version. So the current pricing, I'm not sure. Like the previously I had seen 2020 version was $99 for the student version of SolidWorks. Okay. For the actual software, it is little high cost, SolidWorks, but as a student version, it is $99. Okay, in case if you want to purchase it, you can purchase it, or else you can download the license version and use it for education purpose. It's okay. So in case if you are doing any projects or anything, full-fledged projects, so my suggestion is buy, because uh, it's not like Autodesk. Even Autodesk nowadays they become very strict. Uh, it's very rare that you are getting a downloadable version of the recent softwares like before. So similarly, even this also Dassault also is very strict about using crack versions. So you can use it for some time, and in case if you are found that you are utilizing this for making money, then they'll charge you a lot. And sometimes automatically even the Wi-Fi also, even the software also will stop working. Okay. But for now you can use it, but mostly if you are using, try to avoid using internet. For now, for the next 2 weeks, we'll be using this software to learn it. So that's okay. But later, if you are using this software, try not to uh, use internet the same time. Okay. Fine. So for new people who came in, so Monesh, Asin, so I've shared the links in the message. Just save that, and in the first link, download the version of the SolidWorks is there, both crack and the actual file. So download that and keep it ready. So and there is a second video is shows the installation of that. Okay, so install it and keep it ready by Thursday. So Thursday 3rd, so we'll start with the regular class. Okay. So because today was introduction, it was only 2 hours class, but from Thursday it will be 4 hour class. Okay. 3.5 to 4 hour class. We'll see how it goes. So one day we'll keep 4 hours and see. So if it is too huge, then we'll reduce it to 3 hours or something. Fine. So we'll see one more video which compares with respect to the actual 3D of both SolidWorks and CATIA.
Okay, so on my channel, I want to start to make some videos regarding 3D modeling, various software. The first that I will tackle, it will be then I will do some SolidWorks, and let's see. I see that there are many people that wonder let's say, what are the advantages of using CATIA over SolidWorks. So, for example, here we have a Reddit post. It's from 2 years ago. So he says that he recently downloaded the student version and he has been using SolidWorks for a couple of weeks now, preparing to take the first certification test. And what he says, he has noticed that CATIA looks much more basic than SolidWorks. So that's the main issue with CATIA V5, is that the user interface, it's really, let's say, basic, and it's 20 years old for the buttons. So this is the main issue with V5. V6 has it better, but unfortunately V6 is not, let's say, that used by companies, also by faculties, universities and stuff like that. And SolidWorks looks a lot more cleaner. It's easier for the eye, better user interface. Okay, so I've searched some various articles regarding this. First, I want to talk about the overall CAD system market share. So here we have a graph. It has been posted on this site. Okay, so this is the website. Which software has the most customers? So we see that SolidWorks has twice the amount of users that CATIA has. But keep in mind that many, let's say, big companies, especially in the automotives and other fields, are using CATIA. There was an interesting, let's say, graph regarding this. So let me see if I can see it. Okay, I will go like this: automotive CAD software usage. I know that I had that early, but I closed it. But most of the companies from this automotive, they are either using CATIA or NX. So these are the two main software used in automotive. Okay, so let's see some other details. This is a really nice article. It's a comparison between CATIA and SolidWorks. So I will go slowly like this. What is CATIA? We will talk about, let's say, the history of the software. So it was first released in 1977. This was the latest release at the current time of the post. Now it's 2018. Okay, so CATIA is a somewhat unusual case of a program. The program was, let's say, created in this year, 1977, courtesy to a team of engineers from Aviation Marcel Dassault. Okay, the team developed this application in order to develop the fighter, the Dassault Mirage jet fighter. However, they created a lot, let's say, they extended that application, and this was, let's say, the first version of CATIA. It was called CATI. Okay, so here we have the overview of the CATIA. From my experience, CATIA is a lot more powerful and has a lot more features than SolidWorks. So if we take from comparison what is SolidWorks, we have a history. It was developed, it's currently being developed by Dassault Systèmes, but it used to be a company, I think it was Swedish. Let me see. SolidWorks Wiki. That has then been purchased by Dassault Systèmes. So let's see. In their history, okay, so it was founded by Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Graduate John, okay. Okay, so from United States. then it has been sold to Dassault. Okay, here we have the versions, the market share. This is really interesting as SolidWorks has quite a huge market share, but it's mostly, let's say, smaller companies or OEMs for different larger companies. Okay, so what's, let's say, the most important reason why people choose SolidWorks? First is the pricing. Here we have an article from 2002, so it's quite long time since then. I started to use CATIA in 2007 when I was a student. So let's see, back then CATIA sold for, let's say, 4 times higher than SolidWorks. But in that price, keep in mind that there are all the, let's say, individual products for each module. The basic SolidWorks, let's say, part design, it involves the feature panel that allows you to create sketch and use those sketch to create solid geometry. For CATIA, the same module is the part design. I already am in part design. Again, I can enter the sketch bench, create the sketch, and then extrude the geometry or other features to create the solid components. So this is one of the main reasons why SolidWorks is much more used as a market share between companies, because it's a lot cheaper. There are many companies that only purchase some, let's say, modules from CATIA. Maybe they work with part design, assembly, they do some drafting. They also go for, I don't know, maybe some advanced surface modeling. They use the generative shape design module. But overall, it's a much more expensive software, CATIA, but it integrates a lot of applications, especially for, let's say, reverse engineering and stuff like that. SolidWorks has limited modeling capabilities regarding meshes and stuff like that. Okay, so this was the first video, let's say.
Okay, so this was the comparison with respect to the software assets. Okay. And please tell others also who are not there in the session to download the software and keep it ready. Okay, so don't delay. So I'll just keep on going. Like last time, I can't just stay for few people who have not installed software or anything. Okay, so I'll just keep on going from Thursday. So weekly 3 days will be there. So just install the software and keep it ready so that we can just continue with the session. And at last, we will try to design a full-fledged product. Okay, so something like a bicycle or a car, at least the exterior part of the car, or earphone, or maybe a drill, actual full-fledged project, or a water bottle or anything. So I'll share the particular image with you. So with the knowledge you have, so you'll have to build that output. Okay. So that will be the final submission for this subject, a full-fledged project. So if it is a bicycle, basically, so let's assume bicycle has some 20 parts, different parts. Okay, so all the 20 parts should be done separately and then combined, okay, to make a bicycle. So you can do a scale down model or you can do a actual model. It's up to you. If you do a scale down model, you can utilize this for 3D printing also. You can utilize the same file for 3D printing. If you do an actual model, uh, so what you can do is you like last time what you have done. So you can put a human being and basically design the actual size with respect to certain features of the human being, ergonomic features. Okay. But the any full-fledged project you'll have to do. So that I'll probably next week I'll once this subject is half done, so I'll let you know the products what you'll have to design individually. So you'll have to design that project and submit it as part of your final submission. Okay. So similar to that, so every week, even for this subject also, every 6 days there'll be one IA conducted for this submission. So every 6 days or every 12 hours. So which comes first? So an IA will be conducted based on what all you have learned in that particular duration. Based on that, for this particular subject, two IA will be conducted. Okay. Fine. So any doubt in software or any other part, can let me know. At least this for the newly joined people. I'll just share a small PPT. So it's a SolidWorks uh, official PDF from the SolidWorks website. So which tells end-to-end details about the particular software, what can be done, so how to do certain things and all. So this PPT includes end-to-end things. So similar to this, there's one more PPT. I'll share it with you in the group. So shortcuts basically. So you'll have to download that and print it and keep it ready. Okay. So start using shortcuts. Not only this, any softwares you're using. So try to use the shortcuts. Okay. So just give it some time. It's loading. It's 128 page. Okay, so this is the official document of SolidWorks, which you can download from the website. So these are some of the options which are available. These are some of the products which can be done initially based on what you draw, the design, the sketch. So based on that, you can do these initial products. So this basically tells basics. So what will be doing tomorrow is these things. So we'll be looking into each and every options. So starting from the functions, what all the functions, what is the toolbar, what does the command bar do? So if you just type in, so that particular option will pop in. Similarly, shortcut bars, what are the shortcut bars available? How to customize it? So what is the content bar? What it does? So what the mouse button does? So it's similar to CATIA. So what mouse gestures do? Okay, so these things will be doing it on Thursday. After that, we'll start with the basic 2D sketch. So with that 2D to 3D, and then we'll go for the assembly, main assembly. Okay. So these are different options of sketch. So this is the assembly. So this is the drawing. So this drawing is similar to what you were doing in AutoCAD. So in AutoCAD also you were you're drawing the 2D part, and then for the right hand side 3D. So you were doing the 3D in AutoCAD and then importing in this particular format. So here the advantage of this is, either if you want, you can do the same thing here like AutoCAD. You can use the 2D space to draw all the 2D sides with dimensions, and again draw 3D and put it there. Or there is another option here called, from 3D you can extract the 2D. Okay, so you can extract the 2D and put the output similar to this, what we are getting in AutoCAD. Okay, so that option also we'll try. So this is all about part design. So these are different options which are available. Just similar to the other software, CATIA. Extrude, cut extrude, loft, shell, fillet. It's the same name. Okay, so all these activities are with respect to part design. And this is assembly. So if you have done individual parts separately, like how it is there here. So here they have done the tab separately, they have done the basin separately, they have done the below cabinet separately. And here they are assembling it all into a single unit. Okay. And this is what drawing. So you can choose whatever template you want based on drawing size. So A2, A3, A1, A0, what paper size you want, you can choose. And accordingly, if you have done the 3D already, the assembly or part, so from that you can extract the actual 2D of it, and you can showcase your final 2D designs like this. So this also will be doing after we do our assembly. So we'll do that also. So apart from that, there are multiple options with respect to engineering task which can be done, like building multiple configurations of parts, like like what we do in our ideation, different versions of it. So that can be done here. So updating models automatically, importing and exporting file, performing stress analysis. So here we can see, we can put some stress to the handle and see if it can handle or if it will break. Okay, stress analysis can be done. So customizing SolidWorks. So sharing models, creating photorealistic image of models. So this is rendering basically. So rendering, basic level of rendering in software also can be done here. Then we can do small level of animation also, like Keyshot, managing SolidWorks files, accessing a library or standard parts, examining and editing model geometry. So these things we can do it here. So this will, so this is the level of output you will get from SolidWorks. Okay, you can do simple animations also. We'll try one or two products doing simple animations. Okay, so this is the last part, step by step, how assembly or any other things should be done. So these are some of the exercises. We will be utilizing few parts of this also. Okay, it's a simple documentation. So this also I'll share it with you guys. Okay. Fine.
You are now unmuted.
Okay. So today you download the
You are now
software
muted.
and keep it ready. So we'll start from tomorrow. Okay. I mean, we'll start from Thursday, next session. Fine. If you have any doubts, you can ask, or else we can close the session. If you have any doubt with respect to downloading or installing the software, you can ask.
You are now unmuted.
Okay.